What's going on, YouTube? Fuzzy Wuzzy back playing in my garage again. Hey, it's been a while since I did a car flipping video. I've been working a lot and, just life shit. And frankly, nothing good has popped up for me to play with. So I got this. This came into my life the other day. It's a 2007 rav4 all-wheel drive. It's got the 3.5. And oh, buddy boy, does it sound like shit. It's got the timing rattle in it that is really, really bad. When it's running, mechanical noises under the hood I don't like. It sounds like a chain to me. And it's got every dash light on. It's got so many dash lights on. Some of them I don't even know what they mean. So this is going to be a challenge for me since I really don't know anything about that stuff. I'll start it up I just brought it in here, so you're probably not going to hear the timing rattle, but these 3.5s are so famous for the timing rattle, you can find another video. You hear that? That doesn't sound good to me. Look at that dashboard. When I said they're all on, man, they're all on. I don't let it run for long because the water pump's out. It needs a water pump. I've seen online where you could do the water pump without pulling the engine. I'm going to pull this engine because I bought timing chains for it, and I got to do the VVI, VVTI, whatever the fuck Toyota calls it. The timing rattle shit. Before I address all that bullshit on the dashboard, I'm going to stick with what I know, mechanical shit. Go after the noises, the rattles, and all that stupid shit. And then just work backwards from there. I don't like working in a tight spot. I don't know if I could do this timing chain in here with all that little bit of room. I don't know. I don't care. I got a lift. I'm just going to pull the shit out because I can. I'd rather just do it that way. Woo! What's going on, YouTube? So this is where we're at. I think I'm ready to drop this guy out. I got struts disconnected, calipers, ABS wires hanging up. Got everything disconnected up top. We'll get there in a minute. Trying to get my plan together on how I'm going to set this guy down. That side, I'm just going to use jack stands. This side, I'm going to use jack stands and a piece of wood because I think I need to hold up from the bottom of the motor. Because there's a motor mount right up here at the very front, and there's one at the very back. But the two motor mounts on the side, you got one right there, and you got one right back there. So right where the transmission meet. So I know that the motor is going to be biased and try to fall that way. Something else that's just kind of weird is the subframe is really only back here. This subframe is the suspension part. Even though the motor mount is on this part of the subframe, it bolts to the car with 4 bolts. I already took 2 out. But 2 of them hold this guy on. So this guy could just come off of there. What I'm afraid of is when I get all the bolts out, it's going to be flopping around. Although the motor mount will kind of hold it in place. I don't know. We'll see. I would really love to run a weld in there just to make it all one piece, so I know it'll be rigid when I drop it. But I'm sure Toyota made that removable for some sort of service reason, whatever that may be. So yeah, that's my plan. I located the jack stands using a piece of twine with a nut tied to it. Kind of just hung it up and held it like a plumb bob. So let me go over the car one more time and let's drop this sucker out of here. I already got, there's bolts back here. I got those out. I got these little brackets off. There's just these bolts and these bolts, these four, on each side holding it up. Got all the bolts out of it. It should be free. Oh shit. Ground wire. Glad I remembered that. Okay, now that should be everything. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Fuck it, I hate jogging my lift like this. Ah! Alright. You sneaky squirrel. That's a problem. Let me get a floor jack. Just to toot my own horn a bit, YouTube, I was right. They separated and it kicked out, knocking the jack stand over. Let me get a jack under here and get this shit all situated again. Floor jack installed with a piece of wood under the transmission. I'll worry about situating this shit later. I'm just kind of in a precarious spot. I want to get this shit separated. There's radiator hose, ground. Radiator hose is off. There has to be more than this, just this little ground. Man, I just have a feeling I'm ripping a fucking ground wire off somewhere. Oh, found something. What was that? Oh, transmission hose. I thought I disconnected you. You sneaky squirrel. It's okay, just pee there for a minute. Wait, I got a pan. Make sure this strut is not gonna hit my wires. Shit, let me get these tools. I need these tools. Damn it. This whole thing is just falling apart on me. Oh well, the engine is supported. I'll deal with it later. Uh-oh. Everything good over here? No. Oh God, that's bad. Oh God, that's bad. Let me straighten you up. All right, you do what you want there, bud. How about that? I don't see any wires getting tight in here. God, let me put you down and get a bungee cord on this. I don't want to rip that shit out anymore. That boot, I'm worried about that CV axle. I got it bungee corded to the transmission. think we're good. I don't see any tight wires in there. Shit. Let me wiggle the shit out of this car. With this much weight missing off the front, I worry if it's distributed equally and stable. Yeah, she feels good. I'm comfortable working under it. Ta-da! Did not go as smoothly. What I was afraid was going to happen happened. That shit just fell apart. It's, man, what a mess. What a mess. I really should have put a weld on that. But man, look how far that boot stretched. That thing is tight. I don't like it. I might have fucked that axle up. I gotta jack this thing around to get some more support under it, because this ain't gonna fly. I'm gonna start tearing this shit up. See what I find underneath this timing chain. Well, that got out of hand, YouTube. I got bolts and shit everywhere. You know how when you're working with something and you're like, man, how the fuck does this thing come apart? That's what happened. I couldn't get the timing cover off. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know you had to drop the two oil pans, the upper and the lower, to get the timing cover off. I thought there would just be bolts across the front of it. So that's where I'm at. There's the timing cover. It's the oil pump. It's that guy. That guy right there, you got to unbolt to get the timing cover off. I don't like working on the ground like that. I got my cherry picker set up. I'm gonna take this guy off of here and just set it on the cherry picker. But this is what I found. It's dirty in here. I mean, it's definitely missed some oil changes. It's tarnished, but there isn't any sludge. It's just dark, just very varnishy in here. And I'm happy with that. I thought it was going to be worse than this. I found some slop in the chain there. The plastic guide for this side, that's gone. I don't know where that is. It's probably in the oil pickup. I don't know why they're slacking that chain, because that tensioner doesn't look overextended. So I don't know what's up with that. But I got all new chain and tensioner and all that shit, so it doesn't matter. I got 2 new cam phasers for it. I wanted to do all 4. Those exhaust ones, those guys, they're expensive. And from what I read, the problematic ones are the intake ones. So I'll take a gamble, put it back together without it, and hope to God it's all right. So I'm gonna get this guy on the engine stand and clean up all my bolts, clean all this shit up. I don't like working like this. Bring you back in a minute. Woo! What's going on, YouTube? Hey, it's been a couple days. The first timing set I got was a piece of shit. Let me find it. Where is it? Ha! It's up here. This set. Amazon special. It sucks. Everything about it is just a little off. Like, these tensioners, they were just a little, or these guides, they weren't the same size, a little smaller. These chains, just a little smaller. Everything was just off just enough that you couldn't use it. So I had to order another one. Not that brand. I got a different brand. Just some other eBay or some other Amazon no-name shit. And this set fit great. Everything's in here, all good in the hood. I got it all timed up. I didn't record myself doing it because I don't know what I'm doing. It took a very long time. I did it a couple times just to make sure I had it right because, you know, I'm paranoid. I'll put the video in the link of the video I watched that helped me do it. While I was waiting for the chain, man, I couldn't take a couple days off doing nothing, waiting for it. So put in a heater and moved everything around. The garage is even bigger of a mess now than it was before, but you know, what are you going to do? I can't take a couple days off waiting for parts. I got to keep doing shit. I only get so much time off work, you know? So now that I got this guy all timed up, And man, she looks good. That is one fine timing chain. I got to replace all the seals, O-rings. There's one here. There's a couple in the timing cover. I got to do a bunch of shit. Clean it all up, get it on. I want to get this thing dressed and get back in the cradle today before I'm done for the day. So I got a lot of cleaning to do and a lot of reassembly to do. I bought another cheap gasket set. This is the cheapest I could find. Not a head gasket set, but this gasket set comes with a lot of shit. It comes with the upper intake. I wish it came with the lower intake. The lower intake here. Because it bolts on, so I don't think it's part of the heads. But it didn't. But it's got all your little weird O-rings, your crush sleeves for the hydraulic hoses. It's got everything. So I'm pretty happy with that kit. That kit was still over $100, but what are you going to do? You got to have it. All right, I'm going to get cracking on that, and then we'll stick this guy back in the car.